Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Linnea Gehrig, and today I have got a great collection from our friends at Creative Expressions. This is the shaped house front card cutting die, and then we've also got the Finishing Touches flower bouquet die set, and also the Finishing Touches house front accessories. I'm going to use all these together to show you. My friend Debbie made the most beautiful cards. I can't wait to show you what she did with them, so come back and play with us. The shaped card die set has 3 pieces. So this outer piece makes the actual shaped card. This is a mat for the house. And then you have the house front. And so let's show you what this looks like. There you go. Isn't that adorable? Look at all the little details. That, of course, all those little details came from the Finishing Touches die set, which we'll get into in a moment. I just love what Debbie did with this. It stands up just like this. So cute. So let me show you how this works. We're going to start with a 6 by 12 inch piece of cardstock, which we're going to score at the center, so at the 6-inch mark. And I should mention the paper pack that Debbie used. She used all solid cardstock. This is Foggy Forest cardstock in 12 by 12. Got everything you need in there to make this card. And then you're going to go ahead and do that score line. Now there are a couple of different tools that we offer at Paper Wishes for scoring, and don't underestimate the value of scoring. If you just took your 12-inch by 6-inch piece of cardstock and just folded it in half and just creased it, which is just what we think is like the fastest thing to do, it's going to leave these little creases at the top. Sometimes it can look kind of scrunchy. It doesn't give you that nice sort of professional edge of a card making edge. So let me show you the tools here. All right, so we've got the adorable scoreboard mini, which is great. You can take your card, put it right there, and then take the bone folder, and it's got the 6-inch mark, and you just score right down the center. Very quick to do. We've also got the bone folder set. Now, I find that using a bone folder set and just a nice ruler, place it right here. I like to place everything on something a little squishy, like maybe a magazine, okay? So you would place all this on top of a magazine. We've got our bone folder set. This is my favorite one. It's just got that nice feel to it. You can hold it like this or like this, like this. And then you would just go like that. But it's imperative that you have it sitting on something squishy, like a magazine or like maybe a mouse pad or some craft foam. That's going to give you that really nice scored line. You could also do the same thing using a stylus, which is a very helpful tool, and we're going to be using this very shortly. So yeah, these are great options for scoring. Like I said, don't underestimate the value of scoring. Super, super, super important in card making. All right, so we're going to fold that over. Okay, and then once I've got that folded over, I like to score that again. Or rather, not score it again. Make sure I have a nice crisp fold, rather. All right, so we're going to take the first die. It's the largest die. And maybe we can zoom in real quickly on this part, Steve. It's got the die line all the way around the die, okay, except right here at the top edge, okay? We're going to, the top edge does not have a die line. It's just flat. That means it's not going to cut there. So you're going to place that on the fold. You can even place it over the top of the fold. And then I like to just use a little bit of low tack tape. You could use washi tape. This is great stuff by Hunky Dory. And it's just low tack tape that will not peel up your paper once you've got it down. It won't peel up your cardstock, which is great. It's so frustrating. How many of you ever had that happen where you're placing some tape down and then you get it run through your die cutting machine and then it's so mashed into the paper that when you try to pull it off, it rips the paper on your card. Oh, that's just the worst. Let me know if you've ever had that happen. I'll commiserate with you. All right, so now you're going to take this and you're going to run this through your die cutting machine. Okay, now you're going to need a die cutting machine that is wide enough to take this die. Let me grab my ruler and measure it. This is, make sure I've got the widest point. All right, so this is only 4 3/4 inch wide. So you know what? We didn't even need to use a 6-inch wide card. So you could have used a 5.5 inch wide card, a 5-inch wide card. So I'm just going to move this over. I just sort of grabbed some cardstock and scored, but yeah. So yeah, you could use a much smaller one. In fact, let's just cut this away so you guys have that visual. There we go. All right, so now this is going to fit through any 6-inch wide platform die cutting machine. It's just going to go right through there. And then what you're going to get is this little card front right here that is all set. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is take this little wonderful little die. It's cut so that the door right here opens. It's so cute, you guys. You could even put a little message in there if you wanted. So it opens, it's got these wonderful little windows and this wonderful textured roof. Okay, so we're going to cut that out of a light blue cardstock. Now, one of the things I'll mention to you, the embossing part right here, if your die cutting machine is sort of arguing with you about embossing that very well, and you tried shimming it and you're having a hard time, just place it back on the die so that the windows are aligned right here. And I'm just going to take my bone folder, and you're just going to do this. You're just going to go over that embossed part again so that you don't have to keep shimming or running it through your machine. And these little shingles are going to show up much better, and that way you don't have to keep running it through your machine. So I actually just ran it through once, and then I was like, I'm not too happy with that impression, so I wanted to show you how you can improve on that without having to do that again. So once you die cut this, then you're actually going to need to take the smaller die, and you're actually going to place it around the image and cut it again, because this does not have, I should have actually cut that out, this does not have a cut line around the outside edge. So once you get your impression on a little rectangle of paper, then you're going to die cut the shape. All right, so that's going to give you this piece right here. All right, and that's going to go right there. And then we've got some lovely little shingles. So for this piece right here, if you're going to leave it like this, remember how I showed you to improve that, you could just leave it like this. You could ink the top edge. In fact, let's take a look at that. So you could just take this piece right here. Got our little blender brushes. We've got these in a couple of different kinds of sets, and I'll link those below our video in the products used. But you could just take this and just ink the rooftop like that. All right, so you could do that without the little blotch on there, actually. Let's fix that. That makes me nuts. There we go. So you could do it like that so that you have that dark roof already done, or okay, gotta clean this brush, you guys. Okay, or you can take this, this is the top part of your die. I didn't do the whole thing. And then cut out your roof parts, okay? So that's what Debbie did here. She cut out the 2 roofs. She just started by doing this, just like that. Cut out the top and middle roof. That's what we've got right here. Then she just took the surface of her ink pad, and this is seal brown ink. You're just going to take the surface of the ink pad and you're just going to go like this. And that ink pad surface is going to just brush over all of those little raised images on the roof. Get the other one here. Really easy, right? All right, and now we can go ahead and take these pieces and glue those on. actually, she foam taped them on. So we're going to foam tape those on. And for that, I like to use this giant wheel of foam tape, you guys. It is so nice and handy to use. You can just cut off a nice big chunk of it. And we want to have a nice surface of foam tape, so I'm going to use quite a bit. It's going to just align right there. And we're going to put that piece right there, except I cut it a little too big. There we go. And that's going to be the lower part of the roof right there. Now, before we glue this on right here, we've got these cute little windows, and we're going to get out our little accessory set here. This is the house front accessories. I went ahead and prepped these, but I put them in this little package so they didn't get lost. All right, come on, come on. There we go. All right, so we've got the little door front, which we can go ahead, I'm gonna need my craft mat again, and we can ink the door front as well in that same manner, except I kind of got carried away and it's actually on the surface of the door. So we can fix that. What we're gonna do is just kind of put a little more ink on that because my mat wasn't laid flat and I got some on the surface of the door panels. So there we go. Okay, that's going to get glued right there. We're going to use our Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue, which we love. Don't need a lot. Going to go right there. Then we've got these adorable little curtains. Let me show you the back of these dies here. Got these little drapes right here. We're just going to glue those right there inside the window. I'm not going to do all of those, but you get the idea. All right, actually I will do one down here because I'm going to do the window box. I'm going to give you that full effect. All right, so there we've got the little windows right centered in there. Okay, and then we can go ahead and glue that to the card front. We don't want to put any glue on the door because we want that to be able to swing. And you'll notice I'm just putting dots of glue where it's going to get some wear there. And obviously I would normally glue all the windows in. All right, so here we've got this adorable little window box. It's right there. And there's also another die, this one right here, which is all these little tiny flowers and leaves. They're so cute. And what Debbie did was she just took a brown pen and she just colored the bottom part of that. Okay. And then these flowers, they're cut out of the same tan paper, cardstock rather, and then she just took a red and a bright pink and a green pen and colored in these little flowers. And then maybe we're gonna have to zoom in on this, Steve. We're gonna take our stylus, oops. We're gonna take our stylus and take one of these little flowers. You just put it on your hand, and then you're just going to take stylus and just kind of go like that. And then it's going to make it cup, little cup shape. So cute. All right, and then we're just going to take these, just like paper dolls. And we're going to take these and we're going to glue them right there. Now, if that is, whoa, I just dropped something. If that's a little shaky for you, we've got these great scissors, or tweezers, scissors, great tweezers. You can just clip those right there. You can just place those like that. And then you've got these adorable little leaves as well. Place those just like that. As you can see, so adorable. And then this is going to get glued right here. The little dot there, and it's going to go right along the bottom edge of that window. How adorable. And then Debbie took this wreath right here, and she die cut that twice out of a nice light green and stacked those pieces together so they're a little thicker. And then just one layer of a light blue bow. And then she's got this little plant right here, potted plant, and of course a dog and a cat. And then right here we've got our little congratulations stickers. Now this is important because you've got your card all done and you want to put something sweet on there for a little greeting. And you could use the roof right here, or you could just add a little bit right here. So she used tiny words and phrases, Dazzle stickers, and they come in a little collection like this. And she used this little brown bronze one right here. So cute, you guys. That is really fun. Debbie said it was great fun. It was just like playing paper dolls. All right, so now the next card here, along those same lines, right here, what Debbie did was she took a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and then she covered that with Hydrangea Heaven patterned cardstock. And then she also used the coordinating solid cardstock to die cut her flowers, which are from this Finishing Touches Flower Bouquet. Now, these have stems and leaves and everything with them. And right here, Debbie just used the flower blossoms and the little leaves here. And as I said, she used the coordinating cardstock for both of those. All right, so once you get your card covered with hydrangea paper, then you're going to cut several houses out. Okay, so first Debbie cut a purple base house, and then she cut several from, well, these are just from tan cardstock, but you could use any scrap cardstock. And then this one is this nice ivory paper from the Hydrangea Heaven. Okay, and then what she did was she stacked these together just like this, so that they're kind of nice and thick, and then you glue each one of them together, and then you place it here. So you have a nice back, making sure, you guys, not to glue down your door. You want to leave that door free of glue. Okay, so that it can open and be adorable. Okay, I would suggest then, once you get this all glued together and it's dry, so there's no glue seeping out or anything, then she just took her blender brushes and she adds some ink here to this. So she used some plum jam, okay, and also some damson wine. And then over the top of this part right here, she just used, she said, she just used a little bit of the seal brown just to kind of make that pop out. And she used some sponge daubers, work really great if you're not into the blending brushes, you guys. So I'm going to link these down in the supplies used as well. All right, so then she just glued all of this right to the card front. She die cut a little great little Best Wishes die right here from purple cardstock as well. And then she worked on her little flowers. So let me grab these. All right, so we've got all these little die cut flowers out of different colors. And I'm going to show you how she did these. So we've got here this light pink one, and we've got a purple one. Let's try these larger ones for showing up better. And we're going to get out our little craft mat again. So what you're going to do with these is you're going to take a blending brush, and you're just going to use a little bit of the blending brush on the surface. Okay, just to color a little bit. Then you're going to take the surface and just go over the top of that, just like that. And it's just going to really highlight all those little details. Okay, and then on some of them, just use the surface here. Like that. that. And then just add a little bit more colors to the center. There you go. And then she took, of course, she had some green leaves, and then just sort of layered these, glued some here, some she foam taped, did it in that fashion. And then we're going to add a little bit more sparkle to this. We're going to use some lime jewel dazzle stickers. Got some right here, and we're going to use our jewel picker. And if you're not familiar with the jewel picker, it's just great. It's this little, you can use this for rhinestones, or we love it for our dazzle stickers, and it's got two little tacky ends on it. We like to use the largest one. And you're just going to place it right on the sticker surface, and you're just going to just go in circles, just a little bit like that. It lifts right off, and you're just going to place these. Oh, that one's a little stuck. There we go. Place these right there on your flower centers just to add a little more sparkle. I like to use the medium ones and the largest ones. They really show up nicely. Like that. Got one more to add right there. There we go. A little bit of sparkle on there. All right, I have one more card to show you. And this one, oops, this one is a wreath shape using those same wonderful flower dies. And for the background, Debbie used her flowing ink patterned cardstock, and then of course for the flowers she used flowing ink cardstock. And then you'll notice there's some wonderful little silver bits here. She used silver linen cardstock, which is this wonderful metallic. And on some of those, she even took those and die cut the flowers out of them and then went over them with a little bit of ink, and that just really gave them an entirely different look. Down here we've got happy birthday dazzle stickers and all kinds of finishes there, and a little crepe ribbon bow. So let's see on this one, I think she just sort of drew a little circle in pencil on there, and then die cut all of her flowers and all of the little bits here with a little bit of sparkle, and then just layered them. Some of them get a little bit of a lift as well. So on this one we're going to decorate and add a little sparkle as well using purple jewel dazzle stickers. Just a little bit more sparkle is always great. Let me know, do you guys love sparkle as much as we do? We love adding dazzle stickers to things. We love adding glitter glue. I love our glitter cardstock. I want to add it to absolutely everything. What do you guys like to do to get your sparkle on? Oops, there we go. All right, you guys, while I'm finishing this up, I want to mention that over there on the right-hand side of the screen on our Paper Wishes webisode, we've got a great money saver on this collection to make these adorable little home cards. They're not just for people who are like moving house. They're wonderful for really any kind of occasion. And it's just a nice, it's sort of a different surface and a different theme. And these flowers, I think we can use these on so many things. I think they're a super versatile tool for your toolbox. So check out that money saver. And then if you're interested in buying one or two items, look down below our video and you will see the items used. Everything from the brushes to the ink pads to the adhesives you'll find there. Definitely check those out. And if you're watching us on YouTube, we haven't forgot about you. Definitely look below the video in the description box, and you'll see a link that's going to take you to your Paper Wishes webisode page that we have here, where you will be able to find everything that I just mentioned, the money saver and the products used, and also photo gallery of all of our cards. So make sure you definitely check that out, you guys. We've had a lot of fun making these cards. I can't wait to see you back and see what you have for your comments. So definitely do that. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.